Welcome to Dem Boyz, a podcast that will not be renting a boat anytime soon. Someone tweeted out that the Russini and Mike Vrabel, like it's a very high bar to clear to be the most absurd boat story in the NFL, given the Vikings history.
Vikings. I forgot about that.
Exactly. We're one Saints fan and one Cowboys fan, one fan of Who Dat and one fan of Dat Win. We're here to give weekly takes, game recaps, bad betting picks, game previews, and the occasional Seinfeld reference.
This week, our patron Saint/Cowboy is defensive end Peyton Turner, who played college football at the University of Houston before being selected by the Saints 28th overall in the 2021 draft. He was known for his size and athleticism at 6'6", 270 pounds. He emerged as a promising pass rushing prospect during his last season at U of H, where he earned second-team All-AAC honors after recording 10.5 tackles for loss and 5 sacks in a shortened 2020 campaign. Turner's NFL career has shown flashes of potential, that's being generous, but has largely been... ChatGPT was being generous tonight, folks.
ChatGPT's in a good... Looking at the positive side.
Next time when I prompt him, I need to say, tell the truth.
Be brutally honest.
Be brutally honest, yeah. Shown flashes of potential, but has largely been hindered by injuries. During his first 4 seasons with the Saints, he appeared in 31 games, totaled 50 tackles, 5 sacks, 4 pass deflections, and 2 forced fumbles while serving mainly as a rotational edge rusher. I will throw in, he did, I believe, block a field goal against the Falcons, I feel like, in like a pretty crucial situation, so I'll give him credit for that. Injuries included...
That was the flash of potential.
That was the flash, yeah, that was the flash. Injuries for Turner included his shoulder, toe, and ribs, which led to limitations in his development and consistency, and also led to the Saints declining his 5th-year option in 2024. Upon leaving the Saints, Turner signed with the Dallas Cowboys in 2025, though a preseason rib injury caused him to miss the entire season. So I guess technically he's not a patron Saint Cowboy because he never played with the Cowboys. Okay,
right.
Whoops.
Whoops. Oh well.
And in 2026, this offseason, he joined the Detroit Lions on a low-risk free agent deal as the team looked to add depth and upside to its defensive line rotation. Despite an injury-plagued start to his career, Turner remains an intriguing player because of his length, athletic tools, and pass rushing potential. This lie has been brought to you by ChatGPT. I mentioned to Brandon, one of the reasons I chose Peyton Turner is I did see today the Lions have assigned him the number 92, which was previously assigned to former Saint legend Marcus Davenport, who also showed flashes of potential, which is being very kind to Mr. 2 first-round picks.
Was UTSA also in the AAC at that time?
They are now, I think, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if they were at that point though. That was kind of like
Marcus Davenport. I think he was the first UTSA player I remember getting a lot of buzz, and it was literally like it felt like 2 weeks before the draft. Everybody all of a sudden was like, "Hey, this Davenport kid from UTSA is pretty good." And then the Saints on draft night spent 2 first-round picks to trade up and draft him when everybody thought they were drafting Lamar Jackson. They thought they were trading up to draft Lamar Jackson.
So I will point out, I will make a comment that Peyton Turner does have Saints and Cowboys, like the numbers on his
Pro Football
page, his Pro Football reference page. So it may actually...
That counts.
He may have done enough to qualify, I guess.
But he has no stats with the Cowboys, right?
He does not.
Okay, so usually that's... So I think, and I could be wrong, my guess is if you tried to use him on Immaculate Grid for Saints Cowboys, they wouldn't allow it. That'd be my guess. But who knows?
We'll have to test that theory sometime.
Well, yeah, we'll have to check it. I'm Paul, the Saints fan.
I'm Brendan, the Cowboys fan.
We're your host, Izzy. Let them know what time it is.
Yeah, that's it. It's go time. Let's see you lift that.
Mr. Mandelbaum, please.
It's go time.
This one's for you, Pop. It's go time.
It's go time.
You've been married 3 times.
That's it! It's go time!
It's go time.
All right. So, on the show today, we will chat a little bit about the NFL schedule as it's slowly starting to trickle out. The full release will be on Thursday. We're recording this Tuesday, May 12th. May 14th is the full release. Of course, between now and then, we'll probably get a couple more games leaked, or however you want to look at it. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk a little NBA, some other stuff. But first, we here at Bless Dem Boyz. Oh, actually, sorry. I messed up the order. We got housekeeping first. If you want to contact,
We got some house cleaning to do.
Yeah, I need. Apparently, I need to clean up.
Please join us as we tidy things up.
Spring cleaning, if you will. If you want to contact the show, you can do so via email, blessthemboys@gmail.com, BLESSDEMBOYZ. We are at bless_dem_boys on X. I'm at Paul Elliott _316. Brandon is at Ball from Grace. And now, time for everybody's favorite new segment, where we check our Blue Sky account live on the show, see what's going on, and nothing. No new followers.
I did. No, I did get some traction on Blue Sky, which we will get to a little later.
Very, very good. Very good. But yeah, nothing for the show account. Oh, well, better luck next week. If you are watching us currently on YouTube Live, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Why don't you hit that like button, that subscribe button while you're here. Leave a comment. Appreciate all the feedback. If you're checking us out not on YouTube Live, you can also check us out on YouTube after the fact. We do post our shows there. We also post them on Apple and Spotify. Please leave a rating and review. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell the bots. Bots are still going strong, I think.
I haven't had any new ones this week, sadly.
That's a shame.
I just saw a new schedule leak. I'm sure you probably already have seen this.
Was it Saints related?
Series? It is Saints related.
Okay, yeah, I did see that one.
Okay.
We'll get to that in a moment. But first, we here at Bless Dem Boyz do pride ourselves on being able to discuss other things.
But enough about fish. I can discuss other things, you know.
All right, Brandon. What? So, do you want to start with your?
How about you lead off this time, and I'll close it out because I've got. I think I'll be able to post something, be able to share screen.
All right. Well, that's very good. Okay. Well, we look forward to that. So I will try to keep mine brief. I'm going to start with the Denzel challenge. We're on week 20, so we're in the 20s now. This week challenge was fairly straightforward. The title of the challenge was Young Ones. So the idea behind this one was any kind of coming of age movie or a movie that featured an actor who was a child actor who kind of grew to some notable status. So the movie that I didn't think too long about this one. The one that popped into my mind immediately was Remember the Titans, and that's what I went with. So it is a coming of age movie. It does star Denzel, and it does have quite a few young actors who went on to be stars of some note. Wood Harris, who would star in The Wire, is Avon Barksdale. Ryan Hurst, who would go on to star in Sons of Anarchy. Who am I missing? Donald Faison from Scrubs.
Yep.
And and I'm gonna transition to my next film by saying Ryan Gosling, who plays. Go ahead.
You missed.
What did I miss?
You missed one.
Oh, Hayden Panettiere.
Hayden Panettiere. Yeah.
Hayden Panettiere, who she made some news last week, I think.
Yes, I saw somebody. I think it was last week, but I did see somebody post, all women are bi, you just have to figure out if it's bisexual or bipolar.
Gosh. Well,
that's it. Good night, everybody.
There goes our female listenership. I think Trang even gave up on us. Well, no.
What is that, one person?
Yeah, Trang, if you're still there, thank you.
There we go.
We appreciate it. Yeah, so I was gonna so Hayden Panettiere, who folks might know from Heroes. I know her from Heroes, the NBC show Save the Cheerleader, Save the World.
She was also on another NBC show that I think eventually transitioned to CMT, which was Nashville. I don't know if you ever, with Connie Britton as well.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't a watcher, but I know of the show. Yeah,
I watched the first season. I thought it was pretty good, personally.
But the other star, I will mention. So Ryan Gosling, and I'll use this to transition to one of the other films I watched this week. I always, for some reason, thought Gosling played Sunshine, but he's not Sunshine. He is
Petey.
As
Petey,
someone.
Not Petey.
Alan, I think. Yeah. Petey is Petey is Donald Faison from Scrubs.
Mm-hmm.
But Petey takes Ryan Gosling's place in the big game because he's a liability at corner, as a lot of people have pointed out over the years. But I think his character's name's Alan or something like that. And like he is really young in this. Like I don't know when was the last time you checked out Remember the Titans, but like it's startling how young Gosling looks. And all of them really, but I mean Gosling is kind of the most.
You smiling? You smiling? What are you smiling for? No, sir. No.
You don't think
zero fun, sir. Football is fun.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it in quite some time, and I was taken aback by how it still hits just as hard as it did when I first saw it.
High school. Denzel. I saw an interview with Denzel when he was talking about making this movie, and he said that he was like a big Cowboys fan, and so he just pretended that he was coaching the Cowboys during this.
Oh, okay.
So there's that.
There is that. I'm trying to think if there was any. I don't think there's any Seinfeld connections. I don't think there's anybody from. We'll get to another movie that does have a Seinfeld connection, but Ryan Gosling. Speaking of Ryan Gosling, I did watch 2026 release. Caught up with. Finally got a chance to check out Project Hail Mary, and it is easily my favorite movie of the year so far. It is astounding. Gosling is fantastic in it. If you haven't had a chance to see it, it's on video on demand now. It's not streaming yet. It's probably not going to be streaming for a while, but it's probably still in theaters too. If folks want to go try to see it in theaters, but it's phenomenal. I mean, just I don't want to speak too much about it. I mean, a lot of it, if you've seen the trailer, there's a lot of it's there. There is kind of what I would classify as a twist that I don't think they outline in the trailer. That is like in the movie when they kind of, put it forward. It's like, oh, okay, didn't expect that. But it's great. I mean, it's really. It's a 2.5 hour movie that it does feel a little long. I will say that, but it's very easy to lock into. It's very, very enjoyable. So
what's it streaming on right now?
It's just on VOD. So like you have to. Oh, okay. I had to rent it from Fandango at home. I had a.
Gotcha.
So, but I highly, highly recommend it. I think It's an Amazon movie, so I'm guessing it's going to be on Prime once it comes to streaming. But it's directed by it's a pair, Christopher Miller and Phil Lord, I believe is his name. They are the directors of the 21 and 22 Jump Street movies with Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill. That was kind of their big movies prior to this. But yeah, highly recommend it. It is absolutely my number one film. Another 2026 movie that I did see, which also has kind of a twist that that I won't spoil here, is The Drama with Robert Pattinson and Zendaya. Did not really know what to expect from this movie going in, but it is in my little blurb on Letterboxd that I wrote when I logged this movie. I said this is respectfully a top 10 episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Like it's that kind of cringe humor where like you're laughing at stuff that you probably shouldn't be laughing at, but like
so it's like a dark comedy, basically.
Yeah. It's very dark in some respects.
Speaking of Larry David, did you see that someone published the
Prognosis Negative?
Prognosis Negative is actually like because somebody he found it on eBay. Apparently, somebody was able to get a copy of it, and he published it online, like the full screenplay. So
I did see that. I haven't
read it.
I haven't had a chance to check it out, but yeah, I did see that happened. But so yeah, I would highly recommend The Drama. In fact, if you'll indulge me real quick, Brandon, I'm just going to give you. I've only seen 7 2026 releases, so I'll just give you my quick rankings at this point. So, at number 7, we talked about this movie I think 2 weeks ago. Mercy, the Chris Pratt. Chris Pine.
Not Chris Pine.
Chris Pratt movie. I learned my lesson. So number 7's that movie. At number 6 is The Rip. That's the Matt Damon, Ben Affleck movie where they are cops that are potentially stealing from drug dealers. It's a Netflix. It went straight to Netflix. Number 5 is Crime 101, which is the Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Halle Berry movie, which is basically Chris Hemsworth plays a thief, but he's kind of an anti-hero. You know, he's a thief, but he's not a bad thief kind of thing. I don't know.
Like Robin Hood,
talked about
sort
of. Not quite that, but yeah, it's like he's a somewhat of a bad guy, but there's a badder guy that he has to contend with, I guess. Yes. Number 4, Send Help, the Sam Raimi, Rachel McAdams movie where it's her and Dylan O'Brien are stranded on an island. I was
O'Brien.
I am not O'Brien. That one was a pleasant surprise. Again, another one I didn't really know what to expect going into it, but I had a good time watching that. Number 3 is The Drama, which I just talked about. Number 2 is The Bone Temple. 28 years later, The Bone Temple, which I got to see in theaters earlier this year. I still really am blown away by it. Haven't revisited it, but maybe at some point. I did see that because there was talk that the third movie in the 28 years later trilogy maybe wasn't going to happen, but I did see today it looks like they're getting ready to start production, so we'll see. And then number 1, Project Hail Mary. Like I said, it's
I will tell you I'm getting less enthused by the minute for this for another 2026 film that's coming out, which is
The Odyssey. Yeah, I get it. I understand.
Did you see there was another cast member announced today, which was
maybe who was it?
Travis Scott.
Oh, I knew about that. Yeah. I had heard that he was going to be in it potentially.
So my favorite part of this is like Christopher Nolan told the guy doing the music, "Hey, they didn't have an orchestra at this point, so don't use an orchestra to make the soundtrack. And then
Okay.
it's like, okay, and then like everything else in the movie is like a bunch of anachronisms. So like this is what we're doing here.
Yeah,
That's,
look, I'll give Nolan the benefit of the doubt until I see what he's doing. I mean, I get it. People have an opinion about it. I get it, but I'll see. We'll see what it's all about first, and then we'll go from there. There was another. What's the other big 2026? Well, Devil Wears Prada 2 just came out. My wife was wanting to go see that.
Have not seen that.
It's the other big upcoming release. That's the Michael Jackson biopic that just came out.
Yeah, that's a didn't see it, don't want to see it situation.
Yeah, I'm not in a big hurry to see that one. I'll probably check it out when it comes to streaming. Well, of course, The Mandalorian and Grogu. That's coming next weekend. Have you heard about this movie Backrooms? It's based on like a YouTube short, I think. It's I don't know the whole story behind it, but apparently the director is made a YouTube video or a series of videos, and he parlayed it into this movie.
I did see I have seen a lot of previews for, is it Slow Horses? Not Slow Horses. It's like a CIA movie, and they're on the island with all the Easter Island with all the heads and stuff, and it's got John Malkovich in it and Steve Buscemi.
I don't know, but it sounds like something I need to.
It looks pretty good, but it's like a CIA sort of movie where like John Malkovich is like this old CIA agent.
I know. If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's the movie.
Is horses in the title? Am I like making this?
I think you're right. Horses is in the title. It's the director of that movie is Martin McDonagh, who directed In Bruges and Banshees of Inisherin.
Wild Horse 9. That's it.
Wild Horse 9. Yep. You just beat me to it. It's got Sam Rockwell in it, I think.
Yeah.
That
looks pretty good.
But that's not coming out for, I want to say that's a fall release, maybe late summer, early fall. So, yeah, I mean, the big ones are the Mandalorian movie, the Disclosure Day movie, the new Spielberg Alien movie.
I don't feel excited about that either.
Are your kids into Toy Story?
I don't even know if they've seen Toy Story 1.
Well, Toy Story 5 is coming out this summer.
I have seen the preview for that too.
We talked about the Odyssey, Supergirl.
Goat is Supergirl. I heard that there is a John Wick like storyline to that.
Ooh,
somebody does something about somebody hurting her dog, Superdog, and she
Crypto.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
That's. I don't know if that could be fake news. Of course, it's
could be.
So
we'll see. That would be interesting. There's also a new Spider-Man movie coming out into July.
We don't have enough.
Which I feel like,
do we?
Well, which I feel like nobody's really talking about because first of all, Marvel's kind of in not a great place right now, and then two, Doomsday is coming out at the end of the year, so I feel like everybody's kind of focused on that.
It's been kind of nice with no Marvel movies. Oh, Mortal Kombat's out. I heard Mortal Kombat's supposed to be pretty good.
I have heard good things of that. Speaking of Marvel, I know tonight they dropped a standalone Punisher movie or like a special on Disney Plus, starring John Bernthal as the Punisher. And John Bernthal and the Punisher will also be in the new Spider-Man movie. I did see a preview where he is prominent in the trailer. So
does the Punisher like go around to all those people that have the stickers on the back of their cars with the.
Could be. Actually, I think now that you say that, I want to say in Daredevil: Born Again season 1, that was a storyline where like folks were using that logo for purposes other than what he intended it for, and he took offense to it basically, and he kind of handled it. I'll say, but anyway,
we got some breaking basketball news. I don't know if it's breaking, but Daryl Morey out as GM of the Sixers.
He gone. Yeah, that I did see that.
He is no Morey.
He is no Morey. Yes. Is he going to be the Grizzlies GM in a couple weeks?
I mean, maybe our pets' heads are falling off over here.
Pets. Tough day for. Been a tough road for Grizzlies fans. I did also want to mention.
At least they got that draft pick, unlike the Mavs.
Yeah, number 9 pick. It looks like Cam Boozer going to be a Grizzly, potentially.
Maybe, depending on you know who is a scout for the Utah Jazz, who picked number 2.
Carlos Boozer, I believe.
Carlos Boozer. Yeah. Might not be an Algonquin roundtable of people debating that pick over there.
I did want to before we hear what you were up to this week. I did want to mention one movie that has a couple of Seinfeld connections. One pretty obvious, and one maybe not as obvious. Pretty Woman, starring Julia Roberts and Richard Gere. The obvious connection being Jason Alexander playing Richard Gere's lawyer. I got to tell you, man, George Costanza's up to some despicable behavior in Pretty Woman. I don't know if you've seen it in a while. It's Estelle and Frank would not be proud, I would say, of George's behavior in that movie. And then the other, not as notable connection, I guess, there's a scene where, Julia Roberts meets Richard Gere. He wants to have her stay with him for like a week, but he tells her to go shopping to get some nice clothes. And she goes to the store, and they don't serve her. They treat her pretty bad. And she tells him about it. So the next day, he brings her to a different store. And the manager at this store where they're shopping, Richard Gere tells this manager, look, we're about to spend an obscene amount of money. So just, treat us right, basically. That manager is played by Larry Miller, who in Seinfeld was the doorman. How about those Knicks?
Yeah. Isn't he also wasn't he one of Jerry's like good friends too? Isn't that?
He is I believe one of Jerry's best friends, and he was a finalist to play George Costanza. So technically the two finalists for George Costanza are both in Pretty Woman.
Well, there we go.
In fact, I think Jason Alexander pretty much mailed in his audition because he knew he was of the impression Larry Miller was going to beat George. Up. Yeah, so anyway, but Pretty Woman, delightful little early 90s romantic comedy. All right, buddy, what you get up to this week? You want to?
Well, we'll start with the less important stuff at the back. So.
Okay.
So I did actually see a movie this weekend. I went into a late night showing of Hokum, the Adam Scott horror movie. So he's a writer, and he goes back to Ireland to take his parents are both dead. They've been cremated, so he goes back to this hotel where they had spent their honeymoon to kind of like scatter their ashes at this tree. He has a picture of his mother by this tree. Okay. They stayed at this hotel, so he like goes back and scatters their ashes. He is kind of a jerk at the beginning of the movie.
The jerk store called.
They're running out of him. And so he's there around Halloween, and something, I'm not going to give too much away, but something happens, and eventually he finds out that this waitress that helps him, or the bartender or worker at the hotel that helped him, she's gone missing, and so he feels compelled to try to find her. Ends up in this hotel late at night with supposedly this room that is haunted by this witch, and then goes through all this stuff. It's set in Ireland, so there's like a lot of like Irish folklore kind of stuff in there.
Hey, the Pete.
Yeah, so but yes, we were out on the border. And so there's a lot of that. It was really good. I'll say I liked it. I didn't love it. It was, I always love going to scary movies at night, because I was like watching the movie and I was like, there's some jump scares and stuff, and it's like some creepy moments, good build up, and I'm like, oh, this isn't too bad. And then I get home and it's like completely pitch black in the house, and there's strange noises happening. And I was like, I got to turn all the lights on right now. You're not a scary movie guy, are you, Paul?
If I watch them, it's during the day. I try not to watch them
late.
I try to manage my surroundings when I'm watching them. Like, I mean, I went and saw Bone Temple in theaters, and that was a big step for me, because like I try not to watch horror movies in theaters because I don't know, just the sound and all that stuff. Like, if I'm going to watch a horror movie, I want it to be in a controlled environment at my house where I could like watch it during the day. I don't have to worry about like that, what you were describing. So
I think the worst I ever had was,
I've gotten better over the years about them.
The worst I ever had was I went and saw Hereditary at night and came home, and I was like, and so I like turned the lights on and stayed up for like 2 more hours after that, because I cannot.
That one I watched kind of on a whim, like it was available on Tubi, I want to say, or something, and I was like, and it was a weekend morning, and nobody was up yet, and I was like, you know what, I'll just watch this. So it wasn't like daylight yet, like the sun hadn't quite come up yet, but like, it was.
Can you imagine watching that at like 9 at night and then coming home at 11? And
the last 30 minutes of that movie are like bat crap crazy, man.
Oh, it is off the walls. Like, it is insane.
I still think Toni Collette should have at least been nominated for a Academy
She was really
Award
good in that. So there was that, and then for Mother's Day, we kind of took it easy. I made some tiramisu. We did brunch at the house.
I'll be right back.
I gotta get your reaction for the next part, so I'm just gonna wait here until you get back. Let's check in on some NBA scores while we're waiting.
Sorry, I just had to get a bottle of water here.
Okay. So I told you last
Spurs Timberwolves are at the half, by the way.
Okay. So I told you last week last weekend we had my daughter's birthday. So on Thursday, we got tickets to Wicked up in Dallas. And so we took the girls. This was like their birthday surprise. So we got tickets. We didn't tell them what was going on. So Wednesday night after work, we drove up to Dallas, stayed at a hotel, did breakfast and lunch, and then we went over to the matinee for over by the State Fairgrounds, actually, right by the Cotton Bowl.
Okay.
And so we went and took them to see Wicked live on Broadway. I will say the good thing about this was like Wicked the movie, like the first movie by itself is like 3 hours. This thing was like, the whole thing was done in like 2.5. So like in, you're out. I mean, it was 90 pages basically. So I actually enjoyed it more than the movie just because of that. Like, it wasn't dragged out for forever. The girls had a great time. They really enjoyed it. And then this past weekend on Saturday and Sunday, I spent the bulk of my time, as you know, we are preparing for the spelling bee. So I finally, after all the work I've done building the word database, I finally got the spellers in. They were released at the start of this month. So I built our power ratings. So I am going to pull that up because we do have a favorite for this year that we really like. A 12-year-old, actually. The royal we.
The royal we?
Let's see. So we have some power ratings. I think we have a top 20 right now listed. The site will be hopefully available soon.
Okay.
I did share a screenshot with Mina Kimes, who is actually hosting the bee this year.
Yeah.
And she seemed pretty excited about this. She did ask for a link. I told her, hey, we're still working on it.
I mean,
it'll be a lot.
She interacted at least. Like she didn't.
Yes,
she wasn't
exactly.
Like,
she didn't. She didn't just like give it a like and then like move on. She actually like responded. So let's see. All right, our probability ratings are coming up here.
While you're pulling that up, I'll just let the fine folks know. Spurs 59, Timberwolves 47 at half.
Ooh.
Of a
Are they back in San
Game
Antonio
5.
tonight?
They are back. They are back in San Antonio. Wembanyama is playing after being tossed out of Game 4 for elbowing somebody in the face.
Victor Wembanyama, Victor Wembanyama, Victor Wembanyama. All right, come on. Where's the table? My computer is dying on me, Paul. That's a sad thing.
That's not good. That's not going to be good for business.
That's not going to be good for anybody. All right, let's go screen.
Also, too, I will mention, meant to say this when I was going over the Denzel movie. I do think we're getting another Denzel movie this year. He's got a movie coming out with Robert Pattinson, actually, who was in the drama. I forget the name of it though, but it's supposed to be coming out at some point this year, probably in the fall, and it's directed by the same. Sorry, it's directed by the same person who directed City of God.
So, nice.
For what it's worth.
Yeah. So I still need to clean up this because it's a little crowded over here. But right now, our top 20 are listed. Our favorite right now is a 12-year-old, I believe from Alabama, Sarv Daravane. I'm sure that I'm butchering that.
Sure.
Yep. His current ELO rating about a 1579. This will be his third B, and he has performed well at his two priors, which is why he's rated so highly coming into the competition. We also have some other details over here if my computer decides to not suck. Oh, we have a Meet the Spellers here. You can come check out our Texas spellers here, so you can figure out, take a look at the spellers from your state. Let's check out your home state. It's 5 spellers this year.
There? Okay.
Sunil Thorat, the highest rated of the ones, 1535. This will be his second year in the competition. We also have some of our foreign. These are our foreign. Also, one of my favorite names here, Zui Spacetime. I believe he's our number 4 rated contestant for this year. Interesting last name. Apparently, his parents kind of just did what they wanted with their last names. He is actually the sister, or his sister won the competition in 2021. She was, I can't remember her first name, but her last name was Avant-Garde. I think her last name was chosen to pay tribute to John Coltrane. So he does have family
That would
who
make
has
sense,
won the
yeah.
B before. What we've seen actually is that like there was a family of spellers who like the Shiva Shankars, who they often appeared during the B. They're like come on and talk about their experiences and kind of break down words and stuff. Katya and Vanya, I believe, were their names, but the Shiva Shankars both won the B, and so I think having a sibling that's done it also helps you. We have him ranked number 4. This is his second year at the B, so I think he's 14 in 8th grade, so this will be his last chance at the competition. So he's one to watch as well. And then no, Georgia. I was wrong. It was Georgia, not Alabama, where Sarv, our current favorite, is from. So
Okay.
this will be up. And then as the B goes, we also have a couple of tabs on here, like the ELO trajectories, where you'll be able to find word difficulties as well, word difficulties by round. This will update live during the B as we go on.
Wow.
So there we go.
It's quite impressive bit of stuff you got there.
Pretty excited about it, Paul. It should be 2 weeks from Thursday. We should be ready to go live,
And we will be watching along live 2 weeks
That
from
is
Thursday.
right.
So and shout out to Mina Kimes. If you want to come on the show and preview the spelling bee, more than welcome to. We'd love to have you.
Absolutely.
And again,
Maybe it
2
would
weeks
be
from
better
Thursday?
if we went on her show. Maybe it would be better if we went on her show.
I mean, sure. I'm a fan. I think Mina is one of the better at what she does, and so
I could
I
also
have nothing but respect for her.
I do have a picture with her because when the Super Bowl was here in Houston for the 28-3 game,
yeah, of course,
they did a live recording of the Bill Barnwell show, and so I got tickets to that and went and they took pictures with everybody after the show. So I have a picture with her and Barnwell from there. So
nice. Speaking of live shows, I don't know if you saw this. We'll talk about the NFL schedule in a minute, but your Longhorns are going to be the host site for College Game Day Week 2 when they host the Buckeyes of Ohio State. That game is going to be a primetime game on ABC, but Game Day will be there in the morning. Week 1 Game Day will be in Death Valley in Baton Rouge for the Clemson LSU game. So
it'll be my alma mater against the alma mater of our new superstar Caleb Downs.
Yeah, there you go.
Currently wearing the number of formerly used by Michael Gallup. I think
there you go.
I think they're working to try to get it so that he can wear number 2 by the time the actual season starts. So everybody is like the journalists on Twitter, like maybe let's like hold off on buying any Caleb Downs jerseys until his number is actually set.
Well, I mean, buy the one that's 13. It might be a collector's item.
There you go.
Who knows? Excuse me.
Did I ever tell you? So I think my sister bought an Antonio Bryant jersey.
Okay.
And I think within by the time the season started, he had been kicked off the team for fighting with Bill Parcells. And so my sister was was so mad. She's like, I just got this. But as it turned out, they eventually, a few years later, got Des Bryant, who wore the same jersey number.
There you
and
go.
So it was like, hey, it worked out. Everybody's Antonio Bryant jersey is still good.
Yeah. Actually, once upon a time, when I first got out of graduate school, my first teaching job was at Lufkin High School, the alma mater of Des Bryant.
Did you Did you teach Des Bryant?
No. So this was his rookie year with the Cowboys. Was the year I taught, because the lady who hired me at Lufkin, like, I guess she taught Des when he was in high school, and was still relatively close with Des. Like, Des would send her autographed Cowboy, paraphernalia. And they had, the year I was at, I only taught at Lufkin 1 year. The year I was there, they had a Des Bryant night, like during his bye week with the Cowboys, and he came, and I didn't go to the game, but I remember it was a big deal for them.
Did I ever tell you who my wife's best friend, who was like her maid of honor at our wedding, who she taught in high school?
No.
You're currently watching him play right now.
The Fox?
The Aaron Fox, yep.
Okay, because I remember you always were like a big De'Aaron Fox fan. So that makes... Did we lose Brandon? Did I lose Brandon? Possibly. I think Brandon's computer may have given up on him after sharing his spelling bee metrics there. Don't know if he's frozen. Let me see if he's texting me. Maybe I'm frozen on his end. Who knows? Oh, yep. I lost him. Okay. All right. Well, while Brandon is regrouping here, trying to get back with us here, I'll just go ahead and mention. I feel like I had to mention this before we get to the schedule talk, the NFL schedule talk. The Saints had a signing this week coming out of rookie minicamp. Yeah, so Brandon just texted me his computer froze. So we'll just just give him a couple minutes here. The Saints signed a young man by the name of Brock Ricksteiner, who name might sound familiar to folks if you're wrestling fans. He is the son of former professional wrestler Scott Steiner, the nephew of former professional wrestler Rick Steiner, and the cousin of current WWE superstar Braun Breaker. So, and he made headlines. Brock made a point to say that when he does retire from football, he does want to get into wrestling, like his father and his uncle and his cousin. So we'll it'll be interesting to see if he makes the team going forward to the full 53-man roster. But apparently he's a wide receiver, showed a lot of promise. Obviously the Saints are looking hard at the wide receiver position. Spent 2 draft picks on that position with Jordan Tyson as well as Bryce Lance, the brother of Cowboy legend Trey Lance. So we'll see what happens there. Be fun to check out. Again, while we're waiting on Brandon, I'll just give you a score update here. Timberwolves trailing 59-50 against the Spurs. 10:52 left in the third quarter in a pivotal Game 5. So as I was talking with Brandon before the show, both conferences had a sweep. So in the West, we had the Thunder sweep the Lakers. In the East, we had the Knicks sweep the 76ers. And also both conferences have series that are tied at 2. This one in the West, Timberwolves and Spurs. And over in the East, Cavs, Pistons, they are tied at 2. Game 5 for that series would be tomorrow night. So kind of an interesting playoffs, I would say. The Thunder do look kind of the runaway favorite at this point, kind of rooting for the Knicks a little bit. I think that would be interesting for them to get a championship after so many years. We do also want to send our best wishes and condolences. Brandon kind of mentioned the Grizzlies earlier. I want to send our best thoughts and wishes to the family of Brandon Clark, 29 years old, passed away today. Don't know the full circumstances, so we won't comment any further on it, but obviously best wishes to him and to his family. And also to the family of Jason Collins, who was, folks may remember, he was the first openly gay player in the NBA. He passed away today at the age of 47 after a battle with brain cancer. So our best wishes to both of them, to both Jason Collins and Brandon Clark, as well as their families and their loved ones. Let's see what Brandon's... Okay, Brandon's restarting his computer, so I'll just continue to, as we say here at the show, camp. For those that haven't been with the show, there was once upon a time my computer froze up and I had to log off and restart like Brandon's doing now. And I texted him. I meant to text him, you're going to have to vamp, and my autocorrect changed vamp to camp. So here at Bless Them Boys, we camp in times like this. Let's check some baseball scores. Nationals 10, Reds 2. Top of the ninth there. Rays and Blue Jays tied at 5 in the top of the eighth. The Mets 7, Tigers 2, bottom of the seventh there. Braves 5, Cubs 2, top of the ninth. Royals and White Sox tied at 5 into the sixth, going into the seventh inning there. Shout out to Andy, White Sox fan. Twins 3, Marlins 0 in the bottom of the eighth. Brewers 6, Padres 3. Brandon will be happy about these two scores. Rangers 7, Diamondbacks 1 in the bottom of the fifth. And in the top of the fifth, Mariners 6, Astros 2. The Astros just cannot buy a win at all, it seems. And the final scores, a couple of final scores here. Guardians 3, Angels 2. Yankees 6, Orioles 2. Pirates 3, Rockies 1, and Phillies 2, Red Sox 1. A couple other games coming up tonight. Cardinals, Athletics, Giants, Dodgers. So there's your baseball scores there. We did mention a little bit, talked about some college football scheduling news as it pertains to College Game Day. We talked about the first two. Let me see. I think I did see that. I think I did see they had a more complete schedule. So we got the first 2 weeks. Here's some week 1 games here. Colorado at Georgia Tech on September 3rd. That'll be on ESPN. Miami at Stanford on September 4th. It's a Friday. And then Saturday, September 5th, we'll have East Carolina at Alabama. That'll be a noon Eastern time kickoff. Baylor, Auburn, 3:30 Eastern. And then Clemson, LSU, as we talked about. That'll be the game day game of the week. And then on Sunday the 6th, Louisville, Ole Miss at 7:30 Eastern. And on Labor Day, Monday, September 7th, SMU at Florida State, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN. Yes, I thought I saw a more complete schedule. I guess Okay, here's September 7th. So November 7th, which is week 10. This looks like the big week of the college football schedule here. We have usual suspects like Alabama, LSU, Georgia, and Ole Miss. Those are obviously two big SEC games. Miami, Notre Dame also will be week 10. Oregon, Ohio State, BYU, Utah, Oklahoma, and Florida. Penn State, Washington, Virginia Tech, SMU, and Brandon's Longhorns against the Missouri Tigers. So we're getting close. So college football looks like 116 days, according to College Game Day's official Twitter account. While we're still waiting on him to get back up and running here. I'll start the schedule talk, the NFL schedule talk. Go through some international. Looks like we have all the international games slated here. So week 1, the September 10th, this will be the Thursday night game. Rams 49ers. Rams will be the host team. That'll be in Australia, down under. Week 3, Brandon's Cowboys will host the Ravens in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And then weeks 4, 5, and 6, these are all games in London. The first 2 of these games will be in Tottenham Stadium. The third game will be at Wembley. So we'll start with Colts Commanders. That's week 4. Week 5, we'll have Eagles Jaguars. Again, both of those games will be in Tottenham. And then week 6, an AFC South matchup in Wembley Stadium, Texans Jaguars. The following week, week 7, my Saints will be in Paris. The first regular season game will be contested in Paris, France. For the longest time, the thought was that this was going to be Browns Saints, but it was announced today, be made official tomorrow, Steelers Saints will be the matchup. So potentially Aaron Rodgers against the Saints in Paris. So how about that? No international game week 8. Week 9, another NFC North, AFC North, NFC South matchup in Madrid, Spain. Excuse me. Bengals, Falcons. Falcons will be the host team there. Week 10, Munich, Germany. This is actually a pretty good matchup. Patriots, Lions in Germany. And then finally, week 11, Mexico City, Mexico. I believe, I'll have to double check this. I believe this will be a Sunday night game. Vikings 49ers will be the game in Mexico. So that, I believe, is the entire international slate. Shout out to NFL Nerd on Twitter or on X. They've been on top of all the releases. And yeah, I'm seeing now that Vikings 49ers game, Sunday, November 22nd, which I believe will be the Sunday before Thanksgiving. That game will be in Mexico City. It will be on Sunday night. So, looking forward to that. All the other international games will either be in the morning, so like the Europe, the Spain, France, England, all those games will be Sunday morning, as we're grown accustomed to. Brandon and I did talk about this a couple weeks ago, that Ravens-Cowboys game, which will be September 27th, that'll be kind of a 4:25 Eastern kickoff. So it'll be your late window game of the week kind of thing. And then, of course, the Rams 49ers week 1 game on Thursday, September 10th. That'll be kind of the Thursday spot that's usually reserved for the defending Super Bowl champions, which in this case is the Seahawks. But now the Seahawks will open the season on the Wednesday, the day before. That game, their opponent yet to be announced, probably be the Bears at this point. Looks like Brandon might be back here. Let's see. See if we got it back. You back, buddy? Your mic's off. You're on mute if you're talking.
Oh.
There you go.
Won't let me change mics. Anyway.
Anywho, so while you were getting yourself situated, I was just going through some baseball scores. I know you would be happy to know that the Rangers currently are winning and the Astros are currently losing. So
7-1. Yeah, the Rangers are up 7-1 right now.
Astros are down 6-2, I believe, was what I saw a minute ago.
A shame.
I was just going through the international slate of games here for the NFL. Looks like we got all the international games slotted.
So it looks like the Derek Carr was, in fact, doing some scouting for your Saints when he was over in Paris a while back.
By the way, happy on Sunday, May 10th, it was the 1-year anniversary of Derek Carr's retirement. So happy Derek Carr retirement to all who celebrate, me included.
I forgot to mention this, but my wife and I have just like when we're unwinding for the day, we'll just like put on Suburgatory.
Okay.
And we were watching an episode, and they were in the attic, and it was like this one lady was like, "You got to clean up over here. Do you have a hamster? Get rid of this stuff." He's like, "Haven't you ever heard of a hantavirus?" And we were like, "Whoa!" I was like,
"Excuse me,
this is way ahead of its time."
All right. Well, there you go. So both of our teams have international games this year, and both of our teams will be hosting AFC North teams in international games this year. Week 3, your boys in Brazil against the Ravens, and then week 8, Saints in Paris against the Steelers. Not the Browns, as it was erroneously reported earlier this year.
Should we call them Steelers in Paris?
Sure.
We
could do that.
Is that joke over your head? Do you...
A little bit.
Okay. There is a Kanye West and Jay-Z.
Oh, never mind. Yep, I know what you're talking about now. Never mind.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to. Yeah. Well, stop the show. Stop the show. We can't lose any more viewers, Brandon. We're on a very fixed income. Yeah, so the international games are set. So the Cowboys now, Brandon, have 3 of their games, if I'm not mistaken. 3 of their games are set. So you got week 1, Cowboys at Giants, Sunday Night Football, as God intended. Week 3.
They're going back to the well for that one. They haven't used it in a while. It's been a little bit since we've had Cowboys Giants. So had to get back to it now that the Giants have an exciting new coach.
Week 3, we just talked about the international game. So most likely, week 2 will be the Cowboys home opener, unless they do the Cowboys at Texans game week 2, which would be
rude,
ridiculous. But so yeah, week 3 you get the Brazil game, and then Thanksgiving looks like it's going to be Eagles at Cowboys in that middle spot there,
right?
So, yeah, the Cowboys schedule kind of coming into focus here for you guys.
That's right. Saints have one game, Saints international game so far. The only one that's been released so far.
Only one that's been released so far. I did want to go through really quick. Pull this up. I did. So for the Saints. If my phone's not cooperating here. Here we go. The Saints non-division schedule, as it sits right now. Oh, hang on. What happened here? This phone's a piece of junk. All right, let's see. Saints non-division schedule. Here's their road games. Saints road games are at Ravens, at Bears, at Bengals, at Lions, at Giants. Kind of a mixed bag. Their home games, Packers, Vikings, Steelers, which we just established that Steeler game will be in Paris, Raiders, Cardinals, and Browns. So, not too terrible. Your Cowboys, your road games are, your non-division road games are at Texans, at Colts, at Rams, at Seahawks, at Packers. Buddy, that's not easy.
Well, the Colts. Hopefully, they get that game early in the season before Daniel Jones is still hobbling around back there.
Yeah, I would, and then of course, I mean, Cowboys and Lambeau, obviously a classic rivalry there. And then your home games, your non-division home games. We just talked about Ravens in Brazil. So Can I say something?
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Given Lamar Jackson's eating habits, are we absolutely certain that he'll be able to play in that game?
I don't know.
He may hit up the. We'll see if he hits up the street.
Maybe would it be, if he can't play? Would it be a Cooper Rush revenge game, or is he not with the Ravens anymore?
I don't know. Because I think eventually they bench Cooper Rush for somebody else.
Why do I feel like the Ravens' backup quarterback is not Cooper Rush anymore? I could be wrong.
Snoop Huntley? Is Huntley still there?
I thought he was with the Dolphins. Didn't he go to the Dolphins?
I think he went back. Or Josh Johnson?
Hang on. Well, they just signed Diego Pavia, the Vanderbilt.
They invited him to the mini camp.
Right, which was disrespectful. Let's see here. Ravens depth chart. No, you're right. Scoop Huntley. So the quarterbacks for the Ravens are Lamar Jackson, Tyler Huntley, Scoop Huntley, somebody named Joe Fagnano.
Excuse me?
Exactly.
This is 2026, buddy.
We got to be careful here. And then Diego Pavia. So, okay, one of the following games will be your home opener, week 2 most likely, with the exception of the 49ers, because I don't think they're going to make the 49ers go Australia and then to Dallas.
Well, that would be great. They should do that.
So you got the 49ers. You also have Cardinals, Jaguars, Titans, and Bucks. That's your other non-division home games.
Give me the Cardinals, baby.
That would probably be a good one. Or I would say the Jaguars. That might be a tasty early season non-divisional matchup. I want to ask you, somebody, I forget who I saw brought this up. Somebody brought up the suggestion of the NFL should have no division games in the month of September at all. Like, just all your games in September should be non-division. What do you think about that? I mean, it's probably not possible, probably not logistically possible, but
yeah, I kind of like having it kind of like spread out and then ending the season with the
all divisional week 18. Yeah.
I will say though, having the game at Giants in New York in September means that you don't have to go to New York in the winter when it's cold and possibly snowing, all sorts of other things.
I got a feeling, buddy. I got a feeling that game at Green Bay for you guys is going to be in December. I just have a feeling that the NFL is going to want that game.
They're going to want Micah to be healthy is what they really want.
Well, that too. I did want to quickly run through each division, the non-divisional opponents for each division. So let's start with the NFC East. NFC East will play the AFC South, the NFC West, and their extra game, their 18th game, if you will, or the 17th game, excuse me, will be against the AFC North. So for the Cowboys, it's the Ravens. For the Eagles, it'll be the Steelers, I believe. So on and so forth. The NFC North will play the AFC East, the NFC South, and the AFC South. So their extra 17th game will be against the AFC South. NFC South get to play both Norths. So the Saints will play the AFC North, the NFC North, and then our extra game will be the AFC West. The NFC West gets to play the AFC West, the NFC East, and the extra game is against the AFC East. So, so there's that. Then the AFC East will play the NFC North, the AFC West, and the extra game will be the NFC West. So they play both West divisions, kind of, and then the NFC North. The AFC North will play the both South divisions. So AFC North against the NFC South, the AFC South, and the extra game is against the NFC East, as we just talked about. AFC South gets to play the NFC East, the AFC North, and the extra game against the NFC North. I'm sorry. I'm just going too fast. The AFC South will play the NFC East, the AFC North, and an extra game against the NFC North. So I believe the Texans' extra game will be the Packers, who finished second in the NFC North.
It wasn't the Lions.
Wasn't the Lions.
It wasn't the Vikings. It's got to be it's got to be the Packers.
Yeah, it's got to be the
Bears
Packers.
won that division, right?
That's the only because only two teams made the playoffs out of the North, the NFC North, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bears and the Packers. And then finally, the AFC West will play the NFC West, the AFC East, and their extra 17th game will be against the NFC South. I do want to. I think we mentioned this last week. I'll just bring up Warren Sharp's tweet from last week. The easiest schedule, according to the Vegas odds makers, is going to be the strength of schedule, I should say. The easiest strength of schedule will be the Detroit Lions, number 1. Saints are number 2. Bengals 3, Browns 4, Jets 5. So I have a feeling the Lions are going to be like the popular worst to first pick. Whereas last year they were the popular, like, won the division, won't make the playoffs. Remember, we talked about this last season. Hardest schedule. Sorry, buddy. The Cowboys have the 4th hardest schedule. The only teams with the tougher schedule are the Panthers, the Dolphins, and the Cardinals.
Now, I will say the Eagle. I saw somebody had like their power ratings based on roster makeup, and they had the Eagles at like a 2.8 and the Cowboys at like a 2.3.
Okay.
But that also includes A.J. Brown, who is supposedly going to be gone. And if you take A.J. Brown off, it drops them to about even with the Cowboys. And so that would make the Eagles' schedule technically harder and the Cowboys' schedule easier. So there is that.
We did talk about, we kind of last week did rankings of like who's most likely to go worst to first. I think we had the Lions. No, I think I had the Lions number 1. Just based on the fact that they have the easiest schedule, and some other things. I mean, they should be improved in areas. If we were doing the opposite of that, who's the most likely team to go first to worst, or first to not make the playoffs, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. I'm starting to put the Patriots in that category because, man, I mean, this Vrabel thing, the Vrabel thing aside, okay, just take that out of the equation for a minute. They seem like the classic, we played an easy schedule, we fed off of that easy schedule, now we got to play a first-place schedule against, let's see, who's there? So they're going to play
They played the Dolphins
twice. And the Jets.
And the Jets
twice.
Twice. So
that's fair, but they also have to play the NFC North, right? So Lions, Vikings, Packers, Bears, and the AFC West, which is, Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers, which I get it. Like, the Broncos could also be in this category. Sorry, Donnie. Like, if Bo Nix is not 100% going into the season, I don't know. Like, those are the two teams. When I first thought of this, like, first to out of the playoffs, Patriots and Broncos were kind of at the top of that list, just because of, well, the other thing with the Broncos, I mean, they're in a tough division. Like, the Chargers and Chiefs are going to be, you'd think, are going to be better. Chiefs should have Mahomes back. We should mention the first Monday night game of the year was announced. Broncos at Chiefs. So I'm guessing the NFL thinks Mahomes is going to be ready for that. Did they announce
that the location?
Yeah.
I thought the location was still up in the air. Like, I saw it at lunch.
So they did not announce the location at first, but I have seen it confirmed that it will be Broncos at Chiefs, Week 1, Monday Night Football, which makes me think that Mahomes will be ready for Week 1. They probably gave him an extra day just to be sure, which that's my conspiracy hat.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be funny when Justin Fields is trotting out there for the first Monday night game.
Or
it
could be Garrett Nussmeier too.
I will say I'm very excited about the fact that they got rid of the Monday night double headers because
thank God,
nobody wanted that.
Now, the other interesting thing to consider is that I think we're going to have Saturday games for like the last 4 weeks of the season in the NFL. That is because when is Christmas is on a what this year? Friday?
Good question.
I'm
Pull up
looking
the
here.
calendar.
I got it right here. Christmas is on a Friday. So Christmas and New Year's is on a Friday, which probably means they're going to run it like a normal, like it'd probably be like a normal schedule. They'll have a Thursday Christmas Eve game. They'll have a Friday Christmas game, so we'll see how it goes. Be interested to see when the schedule comes out.
I hope we don't play on Christmas this year. I hate playing on Christmas.
I do think so. I'll ask you about this in a minute. The Saints, I do feel, will have at least one primetime game, probably like a Thursday night game. They do have the Giants on their schedule, so they could have like the Shuck versus Dart angle as like a Thursday night game of like second year quarterbacks going up against each other, Shuck versus Dart. We do play the Bears this year. The Saints do play in Chicago again, so like a Dennis Allen revenge game type thing, maybe. I don't know, but I do think the Saints will have it. They got shut out last year. They had no primetime games, which I was totally for. Don't get me wrong, but I do think this year they've at least earned a chance to maybe have a Thursday night game, maybe early in the season.
Putting the Saints in primetime last year would have been I think that violated the Geneva Convention.
Yeah. It would have violated something. Yeah.
They should also do that for the Cardinals this year and the Dolphins.
Well, yeah, I think Cardinals, Jets, Dolphins, those are probably your candidates to not have a primetime game this year. We should mention the first Amazon Prime Thursday night game of the year was announced. It's Lions at Bills. This will be the Bills opening their new stadium in Buffalo. So that's something to look forward to there. Could be maybe a Super Bowl preview. Who knows? Lions, Bills.
Wait, was that not the other Thanksgiving game?
No, it was the Thursday night opener. Well, the week 2 Thursday night game.
Okay.
For some
reason,
on.
I thought that was the other Thanksgiving game.
I don't think they've announced other Thanksgiving games. Well, because the game's in Buffalo. That if it was going to be on Thanksgiving, it would be in Detroit.
Right, it would have to be in Detroit.
Yep, no, I'm looking at it right here. September 17th, Lions at Bills, Prime Video. Yeah. My guess is that the Bills or the Lions Thanksgiving game will probably be another division. They'll probably do like Packers Lions or Bears Lions or maybe not Vikings Lions, but I think it'll be a divisional matchup. I mean, they did that with the Cowboys. They did Eagles Cowboys, so it would make sense. And then the Thanksgiving night game will be some random, something random. But any other scheduled thoughts? I mean, I'm interested. I'm anxious to see what we've got going here. Looking to see if there's any other breaking news. I don't know if you were on when we talked about this, but the Vikings 49ers Mexico City game has been confirmed for Sunday, November 22nd. It will be a night game, so it will be the Sunday night game from Mexico City, the Sunday before Thanksgiving. So 49ers get 2 international games this year, Australia and Mexico. All right. Well, if that's all we got, maybe we want to play Immaculate Grid real quick, or
let's pull it up. I pulled it up right now just to take a look at what teams are available.
Take a gander. Me gander myself here. Let's see. Hang on. My rods and chromes are all screwed up, Jerry. Let's see. Football.
Grid number 1028.
All right, 1028. That's what I've got. I've got the rows as Lions, Vikings, and Commanders. I've got the columns as Giants, Ravens, and the category only one team, which is, I guess, pretty
Always a fun one.
self-explanatory. Always a fun one. So, yeah. Well, for those of you listening and maybe haven't heard us play this game before, basically we decide who goes first. That person picks a square. They give an answer. The next person gets a chance to give their answer. Whoever ends up with the lower score, we use golf scoring here. Lower score wins. There's 9 squares. So at the end of this, whoever has the most squares wins. If there is a tie, we did have a tie. Well, we had a square tie.
Square tie, yes.
Last week or the week before. But if we do end up with the same number of squares, then we just go by overall cumulative score. Lower score wins. So, Brandon, you've been on a winning streak lately. I will.
I'll let you go first this time.
All right, you're going to let me kick it off here. Okay. So let's see. Where shall I go? Oh, I've got a potentially good one here. Let me double check and make sure. Okay. I'm going to go, usually we save the category one for last, but I'm going to start there. I'm going to go Vikings, only one team, and I'm going to go with Orlando Thomas from the University of Louisiana Lafayette, and that's 0.02%, buddy. Vikings, only one team. Orlando Thomas, 0.02%. What do you got to say to that? I'm going to get some water while you...
Well, we could go with everybody's favorite quarterback here, J.J. McCarthy. Let's see. Oh, who is that? Okay, let's go with a running back. Averaged 3.5 yards an attempt played from 2012 to 2016. Mr. Matt Asiata.
Yeah.
0.2%.
2%. Mine was 0.02%. So
yeah. All right.
Score that one for me. By the way, Spurs have extended their lead to 20 in the fourth quarter here.
All right. I will take the bottom left corner, Washington and New York. And I will go with our old favorite, Mr. Richard Shiner.
There you go.
1%.
All right.
Someone has caught on to this guy. What's he doing? 1%.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, okay. I was going to try to use another one of our favorites, but he does not qualify. So I'm going to have to pivot. See what we can pivot to. I'm thinking off the top of my head, I mean, Antonio Pierce would work, but he's probably too high of a score. I'm going to go with, I think you have used this person before. Correct me if I'm wrong. Bobby McCain.
Yes, former Memphis Tiger.
0.3% for Mr. McCain. No relation to former presidential candidate John McCain.
As far as we know.
As far as we know. That's a pretty good guess, buddy. I'm just going to throw that out there. All right, I'm going to stay So that's another one for me, right? Okay, I'm going to stay with the Commanders row. I'm just going to move over a column. So we're going to go Commanders Ravens. Stay in that DC Metroplex area there. And I'm going to go with. I mean, we could use Robert Griffin III, everybody's favorite Twitter user. Could go primetime here. But I'm going to go with Tony Banks.
I was thinking about that one. I just pulled him up.
He gives. I got the milk score for him, 2%. I'll be right back. I'm gonna
use one of our favorites here, Immaculate Grid legend, Billy Cundiff. 0.6%. Paul, you over there? Okay. I don't know if we talked about this before, but Billy Cundiff's full name is sounds like somebody out of the Old West. William Ambrose Cundiff.
Oh, nice. Wild Bill Cundiff.
Yeah. Wild Ambrose.
Wild Ambrose. Okay, so I had Tony Banks and you had Billy Cundiff. So you won that one.
I did win that one.
Well, it's your turn. You can go.
Okay. So I will go. Let's go back to the only one team, and I'm going to go up to the Lions. And I'm going to take the father of Nebraska quarterback Dylan Raiola. Dude, Dominic Raiola.
Wow.
0.2%.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with this probably won't work, but I'll do it anyway. I'm going to go with a guy who a college football trophy is named after, and that's Doak Walker. 0.1%.
Who?
Doak Walker.
Oh, the award.
As in the Doak Walker Award. 0.1%.
Wow.
Do you win that one or I win that one?
I think you did because I got 0.2.
Okay, yeah, so I was 0.1. 3-1 for me. Let's finish out only one team. Let's go with the Commanders here. I mean, we could go current quarterback Jaden Daniels, obviously. Let's see here. I mean, pickings are pretty slim, buddy. I used this guy when the Commanders won a bye last year. Honolulu Hughes, 0.02%.
Trying to find this guy. I don't know if I think he actually may have played for someone else. Did. I wish I could use John Beck, but he played for the Dolphins as well. Do you remember John Beck?
Mm-hmm.
He said he was getting better every day.
Well,
10 point. He had He had a 10% sack percentage during his time in the league. So he didn't get too much better. I don't know, Paul.
I mean, you could always take my guy and just concede the square.
I don't want to do that. That's not
Well,
fun.
I'm just giving you an option. I think too, if you concede this square, I think I win. Well, no.
I've gotten one here. Calm down over there.
Look, I'm just trying to win one of these.
Okay.
Okay, the Timberwolves have cut the lead to 13. Well, now it's 11 because they just got a breakaway dunk by Julius Randle. 8 minutes left. They still got a little bit of time.
Okay, let's just go with their current punter, Tressway.
Okay.
0.9%. What'd you have?
I believe mine was 0.02.
This
0.02.
this guy's picture is pretty brutal.
Tressway.
Yeah. Okay, is it my turn?
I believe so.
Okay, let's go to Ravens Lions.
All right.
I gotta look this guy up. Pretty sure he's played for both these teams.
Oh,
yes.
Well, there's an Immaculate Grid legend available here.
Rock Yassin.
There you go.
2%.
I mean, there's the original hefty lefty Scott Mitchell. He's out there. You did Rock Your Sin. I'm gonna go with the Saints legend, Arthur Millette. Lions Ravens, right?
Yep.
0.5%. What was yours? So what is it now?
Already.
5-1.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
5-1, right?
See, I
Red's
had
5-1.
one. What did you have for the Viking? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think you got me.
Yeah, you beat me. The only one you got was Ravens Commanders because you had Cundiff and I had Tony Banks. All right. I'm dominating the dojo for once. Let's finish out the Lions. Or actually, let's do Ravens, the Ravens columns. Let's do Ravens Vikings.
I got a guy.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to use my this. I don't know. Hopefully, this isn't your guy you were going to use. Leroy Horde.
No, I'm going to use a Harvard alum, Matt Burke. He went to Harvard.
Oh, he did go to Harvard.
8%.
Leroy Horde. Oh, wow. All his Harvard buddies are using him on Immaculate Grid.
Apparently so. They must.
Leroy Horde was 0.7%, by the way. All right, we got 2 squares left, buddy.
Let's go Giants Vikings.
Once upon a time, an NFC Championship game in which the Giants embarrassed the Vikings.
How about old there's Morton Anderson.
Saints legend. The Great Dane, as it were.
There's also another legend. Actually, I'm going to go with a guy that you used already. I'm going to go with Bobby McCain. Bobby McCain.
Okay.
Memphis legend.
All right.
0.1%.
You know what? You brought him up. I'll just use Morton Anderson.
There you go.
2%. 2% for the Great Dane. So you win that one.
I'm back, baby.
Hey, let's finish it out with Giants Lions. Oh, you know who we could use here is current Lions head coach Dan Campbell. I'm not going to use him though. I had a standard. Oh, I know I'm going to use
Seinfeld connection.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to use R.W. McQuarters.
Not going to use Pepper Johnson.
Oh, of course, not Salt, but
Pepper Johnson. Well, if you won't, then I'll just go ahead and use it then.
Go ahead. R.W. McQuarters, by the way, 0.3%.
1%.
So my final.
The other option I was thinking about was Ruben Drones.
Oh yeah, of course. You could use Dan Campbell. I think I mentioned, but so my score was a 6.
14.
The high scores, the highest, the most popular players.
Okay, so
you want to guess?
Let me try to guess some of these.
All right, so let's start. Do you want to start top left? Lions, Giants.
I don't have one that I would necessarily. I don't have one that I can think of right off the top of my head. Oh, Golden Tate.
Golden Tate is not. It is a wide receiver for Lions, Giants, but it's not Golden Tate. I don't think you'll get this one.
No, I don't think so either.
How about Kenny Galladay?
That's okay. I knew it was like a line. I knew it was one of those guys. Kenny
Galladay, excuse me, not Galladay. How about
isn't it?
Yeah, okay. I was right. I second guessed myself. How about Lions Ravens? You want to guess that one?
Anquan Bolden.
Good guess, but it's not him. Haloti Nada.
Lions only. I'm guessing it's Barry Sanders.
Actually, no, it's Jahmyr Gibbs.
What?
Yeah. A lot of youngsters playing.
A lot of kids over here, the whippersnappers.
I'm curious to know what. So Jahmyr Gibbs' score is 15%. I'm gonna.
That's pretty low.
Let me see if I can pull it up on here. Give me a second. Hopefully you don't lose me. Am I still there?
Yeah, that's still.
Okay. I'm just gonna see if I can pull it up.
Are you trying to do another?
Yeah, because I can't do it on my phone now. Here, let me try on my computer here. I'm just gonna only one team. Barry Sanders for the Lions. It's 15%. Same score as Jahmyr Gibbs.
Okay, so it must have been decimal.
I guess, yeah. All right. You want to guess the Vikings only one team? Another current
Vikings
player.
only one. Is it J.J. McCarthy? No, Justin Jefferson.
It's a J.J., but not J.J. McCarthy. Justin
Jefferson, yeah.
How about Vikings Ravens?
What position?
Running back. I believe his brother is a running back in Buffalo.
Oh. James Cook?
James Cook, but it's not James Cook, but it's Dalvin Cook. There you go.
Former Cowboy legend, by the way.
former Cowboy legend. And then how about Vikings Giants? He once won a playoff game for the Vikings against the Saints with a touchdown in overtime. I believe it was him. A tight end. He guides Santa's sleigh at night. Nope. Guides Santa's sleigh.
Kyle Rudolph. I would not have gotten that one.
All right, and then let's go Commanders. I don't know if you'll get this one. Commanders Giants.
It's not LeVar Arrington.
No, Landon Collins.
Safety. Really?
Yeah. You'll probably get this one. I think I mentioned this name. Commanders Ravens.
Deion Sanders, right?
No. RG3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How is RG3 getting more? This game is bogus. This whole game is out of whack.
Do you want to guess the Commanders' only one team?
Is it Jaden Daniels?
It is Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
Yes. Hang on. I want to pull up real quick what is Deion's score here?
I demand a recount on these scores.
Deion's score. Okay, so Deion's score for Ravens Commanders is 25%. RG3 is 41%.
What's wrong with people?
I'm telling you, it's a lot of young people probably doing this. The most accurate square is Lions only one team, 97%. Because a lot of people are probably just doing either Jahmyr Gibbs or Barry Sanders, and that's the least accurate score, or the least accurate square, I should say, is Lions Ravens. That one is kind of tough if you're not. Because I wouldn't have said Haloti. I wouldn't have said Haloti Nada. Anquan Bolden's a good. Yeah, that's good.
See, I thought Anquan Bolden was pretty much a shoe-in for that one.
I actually would have probably gone Scott Mitchell. Scott Mitchell would have been my go-to on that one.
Well, I go Rock Ya-Sin just because, like, I remember his name's easy to remember. Kind of like Dick Shiner.
Exactly. How about Scott Mitchell's score here? Curious now. Scott Mitchell would get you at 8%. I do think the folks over at Immaculate Grid have now updated it where you can
keep going.
Even if you run out of turns, you can keep going. Shout out to our friends over there at Immaculate Grid. All right, buddy. So next week won't be doing Spelling Bee just yet. The week after next, we'll be doing the Spelling Bee. So next week, we'll go over the schedules. We'll have our full – Cowboys will have their full schedule. Saints will have their full schedule. Everybody will have their schedule. See if any other news pops up. So Aaron Rodgers, I should mention – I did mention Steelers, Saints, and Paris. It'll probably be Aaron Rodgers, but he hasn't signed – with the Steelers just yet. He apparently was in Pittsburgh this weekend, but did not meet with the Steelers as it was thought he would. So,
if there's one thing we know about Aaron Rodgers, it's that he wants to get this over and done with so people aren't spending too much time thinking about him.
Right, of course.
Because, as we all know, he is very selfless.
Also,
and doesn't want.
Don't
the
let this Vrabel Russini thing distract you from the fact that we have not met Aaron Rodgers' wife as of yet. Okay, we don't have a picture.
They still don't have photos of her, which apparently it's easy to get photos of people, but except for
yeah. Put TMZ on that. Put TMZ on Aaron Rodgers' wife. Let's get some pictures. Some pictures of.
I will say I forgot to mention. I don't know if you saw this, but I did see some clips from the Euphoria show this week. I don't know if you.
Yeah. I'm. I don't watch the show, but I am familiar.
I did see there was some putting. You know when Jerry tells George she's not going to put him on the glass. Sydney Sweeney, that does not apply to Sydney Sweeney, who did put him on the glass.
Yeah. Some wild stuff going on that show, buddy. Your guy, De'Aaron Fox, by the way, 18 points tonight for the Spurs.
There we go.
And they're up by, what is that? 18? Yeah, 112-93. 3.5 minutes left. Looks like the Spurs are going to take a 3-2 lead back to Minnesota.
I'm trying to find I'm trying to find an immaculate grid that has this Cowboys and Saints so I can try out Peyton Turner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to, I thought I saw, when I talked to the guys, like this was a year ago now, I thought they were working on something where you could search by teams. But yeah, maybe not. Let's see.
I'm just going to go through all the grids until I get to one. Oh, here's one. Okay, I found one.
All right, what number?
3. Peyton Turner, right? Is that his name?
Yeah, Payton.
Peyton Turner. Survey says does not work.
There you go. That's what I thought. So I guess that we got to redo the show now.
we're gonna have to we need to like put in a like hey,
disclaimer.
You have the Cowboys number on his, because usually they won't put that unless they've actually played. So
well, I mean, to be fair to them, Peyton Turner it was only last season, so maybe they haven't
updated
it. Maybe they haven't scrubbed that data yet.
This is an outrage.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I do know what to tell our fine listeners. Thank you for checking us out. We'll be back next week. Brandon, maybe you'll have I'm sure the Spelling Bee website will be up and running by that point.
And hopefully it won't crash my computer this time.
Hopefully it won't crash your computer. Again, Mina Kimes, if you would like, you're welcome to come on the show. We can talk. We can talk Seahawks because we've talked Seahawks with our good friend Trang already.
Talked about DeMarcus Lawrence and Dante Fowler.
And Dante Fowler, of course. We would love to have another female listener to the show. Although
second female guest. Yeah,
it's like of course.
It's like Jerry in the when he ends up with Donna Chang.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
We're only in the Eastern hemisphere now. All of our female guests have been 100% of our female guests would be Asian at that point.
Yeah, so we welcome listeners of all shapes and sizes, all creeds,
all Nirvanas,
all AI bots, all that stuff, all creeds, Nirvanas, Nickelbacks, Pearl Jams. Whatever you have.
You got AI, if you got BEElo, if you got...
got bad credit, no credit. Bad credit, no credit. Well,
if you have a structured settlement and you need cash now.
That too, of course. Whether you... I was going to try to do a Kawhi Leonard joke, but I just couldn't think of something.
You're still aspiring to write that joke.
We're still aspiring. Still aspiring, yeah. By the way, shout out to did you see Pablo Torre won a pretty coveted award for reporting?
Wasn't it a was it a
It was like I don't know what it was, but it was like a pretty big deal award. And by the way, totally deserving. Shout out to Pablo Torre and his show. But like I think somebody was like, man, this guy went from reporting on Belichick and his girlfriend to like now he's winning like these Pulitzers and
yeah, it was the Pulitzer.
Okay, well, shout out to him. Congratulations to Pablo. Hey, Pablo, you want to come on the show and talk about it? We welcome. Love to have you.
Another Asian person.
Well, hey, I mean,
hey,
maybe we got to find our niche.
Yes, is he Filipino? He's Filipino, right?
I believe so.
Okay. No relation.
Pablo, come on the show and let us know. Come on the show and let us know.
Why do you keep taking me to all those Mexican restaurants? I don't think we should be talking about this.
I really don't think we should be talking about this.
Your last name's Bennett? You kept taking me to all those Mexican restaurants?
But if you stuck around with us long enough, folks, thank you. But we'll see it. We'll see everybody next week. We'll come up with some more inappropriate comments for next week.
We go.
We'll see. Eventually, buddy. I mean, this could be the case now, but it's just going to be you and I talking to each other at this point. So, we'll
except for the
we're having
bee.
fun.
That's right. That's where we'll have the crowd.
Except for the spelling bee. But you know what? We're having a good time, so that's all that matters. Until next week, happy schedule release, everybody.
Happy schedule release.